Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Lorelai Shamayo, and this is MeWe Fairs. We aim to be a safe space for authenticity and transformation. We have events throughout the Pacific Northwest, many online, and we interview our practitioners and vendors to get a chance to know who we are before you meet us at an event. I'm excited to be here today with Celeste Case-Ruchala. It's great to be with you, Celeste. What is it that you do, and what do you offer at our events?
It's lovely to be with you as well. Yeah, so I am an author. I also run a number of women's groups in the area. And for this festival, I'm going to be presenting my brand new book called Becoming the Radiant Woman. It felt like Kismet because it literally launches the same weekend as the fair. So I'm really excited to bring it about. Um, but this book is about women dim their light often because of the way that we were brought up. The world tells us this script that we're supposed to be living by. And so we learn how to people please and be perfectionists. And so this is really helping you reclaim the life that you really love and the person that you want to be.
That's great. Maybe you could share a little bit of the story of what inspired you to write a book. Why this book? Like, what is it? Yeah, how did this come through you?
Absolutely. Yeah. So a year and a half ago, I moved to Washington from Phoenix because I recognized that I did not know anybody in my life. But first and foremost, I did not know who I was. And so I went on this massive journey of self discovery, discovering, what does Celeste really like to do on a Saturday night instead of doing what I was told that I was supposed to be doing. And so it's been this journey of really digging in and finding these tools that work for me. So I've read a lot of different books and a lot of different podcasts and having conversations with a bunch of random women on what works and what doesn't work for me. And so then I made a book.
That's great. That's great. Um, I guess I'm imagining, well, you said you run women's circles. Like, what is some of the other work that you've done? Like, what are the things that you combine together and how you work with people?
Absolutely. So I call myself a self-discovery coach, but I also work with women. It's really getting into the depth of who you are and that connection, because a lot of us, especially in this world of connection, we find it very hard to connect with people. We're always wandering around in the real world, glued to our phones, scrolling and not paying attention, right? And so, when is the last time that you actually looked somebody in the eyes when you were standing in line at a coffee shop and just held a conversation and said hello? And so that's what I try and create in the real world with women. And we have these conversations in these women's groups about redefining success or, unpacking this suitcase of self-worth that you carry around. And so it's really interesting to hear these stories from other women. And the company that I have is called My Healing is Your Healing. It means that you are not healing in a vacuum. You are always learning and growing from other shared stories from women or men or just experiences that you have.
And what inspired you to become a coach? How did that come about for you?
I had a couple coaches when I was back in Phoenix, and I absolutely loved how they challenged me to think differently about my life because there are certain stories that you tell yourself, right? You get stuck in these thought patterns and you don't realize that your thoughts create your emotions, which create the cycles that you wind up living in. And so I really, really want to help other women find their way through these seasons of not knowing who they are. And that's really what excites me.
Mhm. Thanks so much for sharing. It's really exciting. I'm excited that the book's coming out the same weekend that we all meet in person, and it's gonna be great for the world to experience what you're bringing.
I'm
So thank
excited
you
as
so
well.
much. Yeah. Well, and thank you so much, all of you, for listening and watching. You can find out more about all of our events at MeWeFairs.com. Thanks so much, Celeste.
Thank you.